All right, now let's take a look at problem, we'll call it extra number 7 from the fall ACP review. It says the number of downloads of a new song grows at a continuous exponential rate during the first week after the song's release as shown in the table. Which function is used to find N of t, number of downloads after 10 days? Now I want to show you the first thing. What people could really mess up on is a lot of times when we see a table, we just think, oh, let's go list in spreadsheets. And so if we went over to list in spreadsheets, we could find an equation, but we're going to run into one major problem. When I go to list of spreadsheets, I always put x up here at the top and y in this column. And I would type in my values. I had 0 and 5, and I believe 1200 and 9900. Let me check those real quick, make sure those are accurate. Yeah, those are the values. And so we would then press menu and go to stats, and stats, menu 4.1. And we would choose a regression. In this case, it says it is continuous exponential. Someone might choose exponential there. You type in x for x list, y for y list, you press enter. And here it tells me my equation's in the form of a times b to the power of x, and it says my a is 1200, my b is 1.525. Okay, we'll say 1.525. So we think, oh, my equation must be then y equals 1200 times that 1.525 to the power of x, because that's what the calculator said it was. Here's the one problem. One, that answer is available, it would be A, but it's an incorrect answer because this up here says it's a continuous exponential rate, not just continuous, but not just exponential, but continuous exponential, which actually means it comes from the formula A PERT. If you caught that word continuous, and remember continuous, continuously, or growing exponentially, if you see any of those words, that means A PERT, and you could have actually eliminated these answer choice and this answer choice because it didn't have the E. It has to be one of these two. So how do we solve if we're not going to use that formula? Well, I'm going to use A PERT, and I'm going to plug in my values. Now, A stands for the final amount, and my final amount here is 9900. So I'm going to go 9900. Whoops, I forgot my 9. Equals, and then the P comes next. This one's our starting amount, which in this case is going to be 1200. And then I would have e to the power of, I don't know my r, but this will be my t. So you could say r times 5. Now we could solve this in the calculator. I'll just walk you through how you would do that. You would come over here, type in menu 3.1, menu algebra numerical solve, and you would just walk through the problem. 9900, let's try that one more time. 9900 equals 1200, e to the power of r times 5. And then we would do comma r, and it will say my rate is about 0.422. And so here we could figure out that the r is about 0.422. And as I look down here, that would have to be D is the correct answer. But if I wanted to use the algebra and do some real math, what would I do? I would first divide by 1200. So when I divide by 1200, I can see these zeros go away. And 3 goes into both these numbers. 3 goes into 99 33 times. And 3 goes into 12 4 times. So I have this. And I'm going to change this to 5r. And now how do you solve an exponential once you get the base by itself? Once it's isolated, well, you switch it to logarithm. So a base of e is the same thing as log of e or natural log. And now these things switch places. So I have 33 over 4 over here. Those switch. And on this side of the equal sign, I have the 5r. One more step to get r by itself is divide by 5. And so if I type that in the calculator, that should give me the very same answer InSolve did, that 0.422. Let's check it. We have a fraction, and the numerator has natural log of 33 divided by 4. And the whole thing was divided by 5. And notice our answer is exactly the same. So this is, in fact, the correct answer.